Thanks for joining me for Buns and Guns today. 30 minutes with some light weights in your hands, or you can do the class with no weights at all. This is a muscle strength conditioning class. Work at your own pace. If I take the intensity up to a level that you're not comfortable with, stay where you are comfortable. We don't do a lot of high impact in this class. So it's about, first of all, warming up, getting the blood flowing, getting the muscles ready for some increased intensity. And then again, optional if you have weights. I've got a couple of different sizes of weights. So if you have those as well, or you can improvise with some cans in some shopping bags. So here's the warm up where we're going to just start to move the body maybe a bit more than you have been all day or all morning. So wake up the body parts gradually, stand up nice and tall and take in deep breaths. Be intentional with your breathing, really fill up the chest and also the abdomen. Keep that spine nice and straight, shoulders pulled back, and use your abs, use your core to get those knees up. Inhale and exhale, and up and down. And let's just march a little bit faster and take those legs out wide, tapping the toes side to side. Just bend your knees in the middle and reach out front on a slight diagonal, and maybe you're going to feel the stretch down the side of your waist. And we're going to keep those hands in front and speed them up a little bit, just up and down. Really getting some warm up for the shoulders there. Keep those toes tapping. And bring the arms down, shake it out. Start to roll the shoulders back. Bigger arms. And make it a full circle with the arms. Maybe pretending you're in a pool, doing the backstroke. Slow that down, shake it out again. And we're going to do the whole thing in the other direction. So pretty soon it's going to feel like you're doing a front crawl. Big arms, big arms. Good. And bring it down. Step those legs in. Big wide steps. Starting to feel the heart rate increasing, breathing increasing. Pec press with the arms. Good. And let's just slightly touch those heels in front. Scoop the arms. And as we go into this little squat, you're going to feel the quads, top of your thighs, starting to talk a little bit. There we go. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And we're going to take knee to opposite elbow. Notice we're bringing the knee up and not the elbow down. So use the core. Think about imaginary string between your belly button and your knee. And you use your core to pull on the string. Good. Start to bring those feet behind. Hamstring curl, you can keep it standing up nice and tall, or you can add some additional intensity with a squat in the middle. 4, 3, 2, last one. And we want to just practice some squats here, so without the intensity of extra weights or any additional choreography, we just want to feel what a proper squat is supposed to feel like. So those feet are planted below your hips, and as you start to go lower, it's because you're pushing the hips behind you. You feel your weight dig into your heels. You can almost lift your toes up. Maybe you can. Arms out in front for a counterbalance. And sometimes, just like I did, you can maybe shift too far to the back. That really is an indication that you're doing your squat correctly. Because if you were sending your knees forward, you'd be stumbling forward. So the backwards is where we want to go. Good. One more. Excellent. All right. We're going to pick up our weights for our first move, and it's going to be reverse lunges. So we start with feet planted under the hips, and we step back, down, up, and in. Switch legs, down, up, and in. When we go into the down move, making sure we're not pushing forward. We don't want the front knee to go past the toe. Here's some arms. Shoulder, press, shoulder, and down. Shoulder, press, and down. Step back, dip down. Good. Press. Excellent. So you adjust the weights. None at all, a little lighter, a little heavier. What we don't want to adjust is going any faster. Now, if you have heavy weights in your hands, you might want to go slower. Good. Step back, press. Step in, last one. And in. Okay. Those lunges go forward now. So I'm going to still stay on the side view. Step forward, sink down, come up, press back. Forward, down, up. Same thing when you go into the full down. It's about bringing the back leg, knee, towards the floor and not pressing forward on the front knee. Curl, halfway, down, halfway, curl, halfway, down, halfway, curl, halfway, down. Good. Half, curl, half, and down. Half, curl. I'm saying those words for me. I tend to rush my arms. Step, down, up, together. Step, down, up. One more time each side. Last time. Good. All right. You can switch weights. I'm going to keep these weights in my hand, and I'm just going to go into that squat. Down and up. Down and up, down, up, down, up. Take your time, especially on that press up. Extend and feel your upper body stretch off your hips. Sit back in that squat, press. Notice the workout you get when you go slower. It's actually more difficult. Now, your option is to stay right here. Here's an alternate. When we come down, we put the hands down, we step back, come in. Press, weights down, step back, and into the press. So don't worry that we're getting out of sync. This one where we're coming down, weights on the ground, lunging back, is going to make your heart rate come up a bit more. So remember, your option is to stay where we started. Here's another option. Weights down, step, step, little press, step, step. Press up and down, step, step. Little press, up, and down, step, step, little press, and in. Press up and down. Keep that back flat, up. So, a couple of different options there. One last time. Good work. Alrighty. We're going to stay standing on one leg. So choose which leg. I'm going to stand on my left, bring my right foot back, and I start to raise it. As I raise the foot, I'm going into a balanced position. I want to make sure I'm not locking my knee on the left leg. And then I hinge forward. What I'm trying not to do is turning my right hip towards the front of the room. I'm trying to keep my hip creases pointing towards the floor. So you can adjust the weights you're hanging onto. And up. The lifting leg, the toes are pointing back, pulling back towards your knee. Standing leg, soft knee, don't lock. Good. If you find you're wobbling, try and go a little slower. And we're going to bring it up. Walk it out, ready to go, second side. So stand. Get firm on your contact with that standing foot. Soften your knee. And then slightly lift the back leg. Pull the toes back towards your knee. And then start to do your hinge. And up. And as you're seeing, one side is a little more challenging for me. It's not always the same side, depends on what day it is. Soft leg, soft knee on the standing leg. Now here's an option if you want to do a little bit more. When you hinge, you row, extend, and stand. It means you're staying in your hinge position a little longer. So whatever you want, just hinge and stand, or add a little row. Your choice. So mix it up if you want to. 2 more. 1 more. That standing leg is doing all the work. I'm sure you found that out. So the glutes in that standing leg really helping to stabilize. I'm going to go to a lighter set of weights. Palms up in front of me, staying at shoulder height. Touching back, touching back. Whatever leg's going back behind me, on the same side, the arm goes forward. And again, I'm going into a nice long extended form, asking my core to help me protect my back, stabilize. And now I'm going to add more intensity by doing a big deep squat in between each touch back. My shoulders are not throwing back, they're staying stable. The whole body goes down and up with the legs, but the upper body is not going into a huge move. Now extra work if you want, go down into that deep squat and then come up and squeeze the leg up behind you. Squeeze through the core, glutes, down the hamstring. Good. Core tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Great work. I'm going to grab a drink. Hopefully you've got something close, and you're going to grab a drink anytime you feel you need one. Alrighty. So, got a wide stance, tapping it out, and start to reach across your body. Doesn't matter what side you start with. We want to keep the elbow at shoulder height. And as we extend to the front, we lean into that stretch as though we can't quite reach a table or a shelf. Feeling that one side of your body open a bit more, and then contract to pull you back. And now, turn and look behind you, pivoting open at the elbow, Keeping the arm at shoulder height through the entire move. So a nice rotation, your feet, your knees, your hips, at all times are pointing in the same direction as your nose. So towards the back, towards the front. There we go. Give me one more. Bring it down. Okay, so a bit more work for the arm there than the legs. We were working the legs pretty hard for a bit. Switch to your second side, come across your body, extend. Elbows staying at shoulder height. Reach a bit more now. So it's almost like I want to put, in my room, put the weight on top of this mantle. Just can't reach it. But I keep trying. That's what you want to feel like. And now with the elbow back, open, pivot at the elbow, turn and look. Your nose, your knees, your toes. Everything turns the same direction as the weight in your hand. Or do it without a weight in your hand. 2 more, elbow stays high. 1 more. Oh, good job. Plant those feet. And we're going to have the arms meeting in the center. So again, we don't want to lock the knees, just do that little slight bend to make sure the knees are soft. We lift up one arm, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Lift up the second side, squeeze the shoulder blades in. And then both arms come up together, extra slow. So it's 1, squeezing, 1, and now 2, really slow, up, 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 down, 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 down. It's a single, and a single, and slow together, up, 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 squeeze, down, 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 down. Single, single, course tight, slowly up, 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 squeeze, and down, 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 down. So, you might be getting tired. Adjust the weights if you need to. Do it without weights. It's always great to do it without weights at first, just to say, what is the form supposed to feel like before I add any extra intensity? Squeeze, and down. One more time. One side, second side, and slowly together. Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Good. Step wide, and then get your feet in a position to start going into a lunge to one side. So my foot is turning out slightly, my knee is in the same direction but not going over the toe. This extended leg is not straight. Slight bend. Down and back, up to the shoulder. So what do we love about this one? The rotation through the core. Yes, the legs are getting a stretch. Yes, they're working to stabilize. It's that wonderful turn the shoulders, open the shoulders. Fantastic work. Good. Now you can stay here, or I'm going to start moving my extended leg in a bit more because I'm going to take it into an active lunge. I step out, I pull back. Step out, I still want my knee and toe in the same direction. I still want my knee to stay behind my toe. Maybe you want to stay here, or we can go into a few other versions. Press up with a knee. Good. And again, in this final version, asking the one leg to balance. Up. One more. Up. Good. Shake it out. Switch. Lunging. Second side. Plant those feet. We're not going to move them yet. Just the arms. Just the torso. Shoulders face down. Shoulders are open. Good. Keep the core tight, support your spine. Now I'm going to bring in my extended leg a bit. Taking it to an active lunge to the side. Good. Watch the placement of your foot, position of your knee. Press up. Options, options. You don't always have to do what I'm doing. And that means if you are more advanced, you take it higher earlier than I do. Good. Adding the knee lift, balance. Excellent. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Like those feet again. Hinge forward. And we're going into our row. Over with a flat back, row the elbows up and squeeze, extend, and deadlift. Over, row, extend, and deadlift. I'm going to go a little heavier, and deadlift. Over, row, extend, deadlift. So what if you want to make this harder, but you don't have heavier weights? So you can't increase with the intensity of the weights you're hanging on to. I invite you to go a little slower and squeeze more. And really focus on coming up, squeezing the glutes, core, stand tall. Over. So make every move very intentional. So we potentially are all doing this at a different pace. Don't worry if we get out of sync. If I start talking or demonstrating something different, just remember the core move. We bend over with a flat back. We keep our knees soft. We roll our elbows high. And then we deadlift and stand tall and bring the shoulders back. There we go. Squeeze those glutes when you stand up. There we go. Give me one more. Excellent. All right. We'll drink again. Couple more minutes. Lighter weights for me. Standing in a wide squat. So again, as I go into my lowest point, I want to see my toes. I don't want my knees to be going over. Down and up. Down and up. And I start to alternate knees. Sorry, that's not knees. These are arms. Alternate arms to the front. There we go. We want to squeeze the glutes when you stand. So right here, squeeze, yes. Squeeze. Don't lift those hands any higher than your shoulders. So this isn't about going up towards the ceiling or over your head. Stop right here and squeeze. Right here, there we go. Really squeeze those glutes. 4, 3, inner thighs too. 2, last one. Perfect. Okay, we're going to stand on one leg. Some balance work. Think about that string between your belly button and the top of your knee. Pull the core, pull the string, lift the knee. Balancing that standing leg, stay soft through the knee. We're going to start to take it to a bicycle. You can do this without weights in your hands. If your bicycle is starting to go fast, don't do it with weights. Good. 4, 3, 2, last one. Shake it out. Stand on your second side. Soft knee. And start to lift. Pulling the core, the imaginary string, pulling up the knee. And again, it's going into a bicycle. So when you start to lose your balance, sometimes the tendency is to straighten that standing leg. Make sure you take it back to a soft position. Still thinking about pulling that string. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay. I'm going to cancel that. Cancel my alarm. I know it's going to go off soon. Deep breath in. And out. And up. And out. We're going to have no weights in our hands and just do our squats. We're going to squat down 3 and squeeze up on 1. So the hands can go out front. 1, 2, 3, squeeze up. 1, 2, 3, squeeze up. I'm trying to squeeze my glutes, squeeze my inner thighs together. 1, 2, 3. The hands, arms are working as a counterbalance. Squeeze up. So last time, now we're going to switch our count. We're going to go down on 1, squeeze up on 3. 1, 2, 3. Down on 1, squeeze up. 2, 3. Down on 1, squeeze up. 2, 3. Really feeling the quads as we go super slow. Take it down, up. 2, 3. One more time. Down, up, 2, and 3. Shake it out. Deep breath. So you should not have any weights at all in your hands now. We're going to stretch it out. Let the heart rate come down. If your heart rate feels like it's still up a little bit, then you can just move those legs side to side. Maybe it's an easy walk. So those big muscles continue to contract and bring the blood back up to your heart. Inhale. However, if you're ready to stand still, go ahead. Land those feet. Get a stable base. And grab those hands up above your head. Pull, pull, pull. Lengthen through the core. And let's stop those feet if you're able. Pull out in front, thumbs pointing up. Trying to pull away from your upper body. You're feeling a stretch in the neck and shoulders. Bring it down. Flip those hands. Come up front again. This time thumbs are pointing down. And now lead with the heel of each palm. And you're getting a stretch now. Not so much in the shoulders or neck, but down the outside of the arms. Bring it down. Bring those hands together behind. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, standing up tall. And if you'd like to, you can do a reverse lift here. Not necessary, but sometimes people feel they get the extra stretch through the front of the body that way. Bring it down. Bring one elbow so that the bicep is by your ear, elbow pointing up. Support your arm with your free hand. Don't push, don't pull. Just support, just to hold it there. Stretching the tricep. Take it out, second side. And again, as you go into the move, that might be your initial stretch, and then your challenge is how do I keep the stretch? Because it might go away. That might happen in any of our stretches, arms or legs. So you might have to figure out how to intensify, because our body, our muscles have memory. So they have memory with how intensely we work them, and they also have memory with the stretches that we do. So you'll get to a point where your stretch doesn't feel like a stretch anymore, and then you may have to add a bit more of a challenge. So we've got our feet on railroad tracks, toes pointing straight ahead. Glue the back heel to the floor, and then hinge at the hips to lean forward. So there should be like a nice long line head, shoulders, hips, and heel. The back knee has a slight bend. We can keep the hands resting on the front thigh, or we can reach one or two arms. If you're doing this, you're asking the core to engage more. We need to support our spine here. And on the leg, we want to feel the stretch in the calf. Hands come back, shoulders over your hips. Roll up onto the ball of your foot. Press your hip creases forward. Sink down a little bit. Bring those arms into cactus arms. And we want to squeeze our shoulder blades together behind us. Bring it down. Step in halfway, hands on the back thigh. Pivot your heel so your toes pull back towards your nose. And again, our hands can rest on that back thigh, or we can reach out one arm. That counterbalance allows us to maybe sit a little deeper into this. You might feel it a bit more in the glutes. Toe down, roll up slow. Shake it out, same thing, second side. So get into that long stride, toes straight ahead. Glue the back heel, bend the back knee. Engage the core. Choose where your arms land. On your thigh, one or two arms reaching out. Stretching the calf. Hands back. Shoulders back over your hips. Up onto the ball of the back foot. Press your hip creases forward. Stay here. Intensify by going a little lower. Bring your hands, put them in your back pockets. And again, squeeze those elbows together behind you. And then it will make the shoulder blades squeeze too. Slowly come up, step in halfway, hands on the back thigh. We're going to pivot onto the heel, front foot, toes pulling back towards your nose. And then choose where your arms land. Beautiful stretch down the back of that extended leg. Glute, hamstring, calf. Roll up slow. Last stretch for the quads. Lean on something if you're done with working on balance. However, if you want to continue with your balance challenge, your eyes focus on something that's not moving. Your standing leg has a soft knee. Press your hips forward. Squeeze your buns. Feeling a stretch down the front of the thigh. Bring it down, shake it out, walk it out if you need to, and then get ready to switch to your second side. Thanks for hanging in, almost done. Last day of August, oh my goodness. I'll see you in September. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. Take care.